From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
This week for college football tonight, we got the over 54.5 with Tulane and Tulsa. I think this game does go over tonight. Tulane showed me some things last week against Army as well too. I think that's going to be fairly helpful for this team as well. So at the end of the day, we just got to deal with it. We got to roll what we got and roll from there, man. And then pretty much we got Temple. Temple's going against ECU. This is pretty much a toss-it-up, pick-em game, in my opinion. Hey, Temple's playing in Philly. I think that they can go ahead and shake the cobwebs out a little bit. They've been getting shellacked the last few weeks, but they played against way better competition. So they finally get somewhat of a breather, a break, and I think they can beat ECU. But I'll just take the insurance here with the plus 3.5. But you know what? The money line is not a bad play either. So plus 3.5 Temple. Let's see how it shakes out. And then Cincinnati literally has became the Ohio State B squad. These guys are awesome. These guys are really taking care of their business this season. Great on defense, great on offense, great on special teams. They are pretty much the cream of the crop in the ACC this season, in the AAC this season. And then you still have UCF, a team that can score a lot. That doesn't really mean much to me that the team can score a lot, but at the end of the day, pretty much this is something that's going to be a good challenge for Cincinnati, and I think Cincinnati is going to be all in on this one and be ready to do some big things tonight. So if it's an upset, good for UCF, but I don't know. Cincinnati's really good, and UCF's defense is not that great. So I like Ritter a little bit more in this spot, but I'll be honest with you, though, it really truly is a toss-up game in a sense because you are going to South Florida, and it is what it is at the end of the day. The game ain't been played yet, though, bro. So, you get your hopes up, and then UCF fucks you on the ticket, then you're going to be mad about that. You know what I mean? So, wait for the game to be played. All right, so ACC bets list, plus 19 Syracuse, and, man, I'm telling you right now, plus 19 with Syracuse, this one is going to be a, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. The reason why I'm taking Syracuse in this game is because the team that they are playing against has no business being a they truly have no business being a 19-point favorite in this game. Seriously, like how, like really how, like. They're okay, but they're not good at the same time, too. This team has been like a dog all season. They're going to come into this one as a 19-point favorite? I don't think so. Give me Syracuse plus 19, and we go from there. Then we have FSU and Clemson, and this should be a good one. I got the under 63.5. I don't think Florida State's going to score any points. They got a brand new quarterback. Clemson, they it looks like they got Trevor Lawrence coming back. They're going to shorten the game, eat up the clock. Score consecutively. I would honestly take the under 60. I would honestly really take Clemson on the line as well too. I think they'll be able to cover with ease because it seems like that with Florida State this season. But we say with ease, and then Florida State wants to show up. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. But I still think Clemson is a good first half spread play. And then VTech is finally going to get themselves a chance to really show out who they really are. And I think that they're going to smash all over Pittsburgh this weekend. So I'm taking them with the minus 155. And then we move on and we have the Big 12 bets list. We got K-State and Iowa State. I like K-State in this game to lose by 10 or less or a touchdown or less. This is pretty much a game where a lot of these guys are just, pretty much going through the motions and everything like that. I don't know if we're going to be having bowl games and things like that this season. So this is more about pride more than anything. And these are two of the more, teams. These are two of the teams in like the rural areas and everything like that. So they play a different type of brand of ball, and I think that this matchup is a very good matchup for both teams. But I don't see neither one running away with it. And I know that Iowa State's an 11-point favorite, but last time they were a double-digit favorite, didn't work out too well early in the season. So I'm gonna go ahead and take plus 11 on K-State in that spot. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out. And then we got the over 59 Oklahoma State. Oklahoma, this one looks like a slam dunk to me. Throw it up off the backboard and throw it down with a thunder slam, in my opinion. Over 59, OK State, Oklahoma. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it shakes out. All right, Big Ten bets list. The Big Ten actually got some games going on tonight as well too. I mean not tonight, but they got some games going on all week because pretty much, you know, hey, it's the conference that has to catch up with everybody. But you feel bad because Ohio State's still going to get in, even if they got to play 4 games. Seriously, because they got to sell the playoff, and you got to sell it right. They can't sell the playoff with Northwestern. Seriously, they can't. So I like Minnesota here plus 120. I think that this is going to be a good game, and I think where we go from here is going to be a doozy. But pretty much, it looks like I already messed up on here. It's supposed to be Northwestern, but I put Wisconsin here. I guess I was thinking Wisconsin, but we'll fix this. We'll fix it in a bit. But yeah, Minnesota plus 120. I think they get a big upset against Iowa. Iowa is not a good road team this season, in my opinion, and we can go from there pretty much and move forward. I think that Minnesota gets back in the groove of things. They get themselves a very good home win against Iowa. I like it. I like it a lot. I know that pretty much, Iowa shellacked them last week, but this ain't last week. This is this game right here. No, they are not. Boss, if you want to talk about client stuff, just DM me about that stuff. This is the show, okay? All right, and I'm not trying to be an ass or anything like that, but this is the show, dude. So if you want to talk about client plays and stuff, just DM me. You can do that, okay? So pretty much, and no, they're not the same thing. If you follow me on Twitter, how would they be the same thing? All right, so over 65.5, Indiana and Ohio State. And pretty much this one right here, they're going to get you guys, they're going to trick all of us here. They're going to make us think that Indiana is going to actually be in this game, but honestly, I doubt it. That's why I say just scoreboard watch this one, because Ohio State's going to come out here and be like, oh, you guys think you're really good, and then you might get yourself a 63-0 beat down, you know what I mean? But regardless of anything, just get the damn over. That's all I ask for. And the last few Indiana-Ohio State games have went over as well, too, very easily. So let's go ahead and circle that one up as well, too. Over 65.5, Indiana University and Ohio State. And then plus 7 on Northwestern. You guys know that Wisconsin is not a plus 7. Northwestern's actually the play for me here. And I'll add the hook on Northwestern as well, too. But we'll fix this. We'll get this switched up and everything like that, so everybody knows the exact correct play. But it is not Wisconsin, and pretty much it's going to be Northwestern here plus 7. And let's go ahead and see how it goes. But it's going to be a tough game for Northwestern. I know that. That's why I'm taking the points, because I think they probably, if they lose a very close one. This is the best defensive units in the conference all day. The best defensive unit in the conference, period. On both sides. But I think Northwestern is a bit better because they're a little bit more pissed off. You know what I mean? They had a bad season last year, and they had a lot of freshmen that played on that team. And so pretty much those guys have grown up, and they went from boys to men this season. So we're going to go ahead and see how it goes, but I do like the plus 7 on Northwestern, and I think that will probably be the best game of the week in the So there it is. Conference USA has a lot of games that are not going to be played this week. So they have 3 in total. And they have 5, but they have 3 conference games. And then the other 2 teams are playing against some they're playing against some FCS schools. So We're gonna go with Conference USA here. Bets list is gonna be Western Kentucky -7. FIU is terrible. They should not. I would have spent money with them, but they are so bad. So it's really tough to keep losing money on FIU. So I'm going to take Wisconsin in this. I mean, not Wisconsin, but I'm going to take Western Kentucky in this game -7. Let's see how it shakes out. This should be a very, very, very good game. Then we have the +8.5 Southern Mississippi. They are going to be really, 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 really good in this one, I think, because you know what? UTSA always is playing patty cake with these teams, and they haven't really blown anybody out this season. So Southern Mississippi, make it up for what happened a few weeks back when you guys blew the dog pick 4, losing by 3 points. So I'm going to circle Southern Mississippi to get some revenge, and they might be a strong money line play as well, too. They're going against a team that they can beat, okay? So we move on. We got Rice and North Texas. I'm going to rock with Rice here. Rice is, to me, the fresher team, and I think Rice should be able to win this game because simply they're a much better team now. They've been bad for the last few years, but they seem to be much, much better. They got the highly touted quarterback that came in a year ago, so now they're looking like they're trying to build the program up to at least get 5 wins at some point in this decade. So pretty much I'm taking Rice with the +105. That's going to be the Conference USA bets list. Then we have the Mountain West Conference, and tonight we got the New Mexico Air Force game, and guys, just know the over 55.5 will be included on the late pick on the pick 4 for Friday night because I just parlayed it for you guys tonight, and so let's go ahead and do the over 55.5 New Mexico Air Force. This game is going to be a really good one. I think that New Mexico could possibly cover in this spot as well, too. We will see. But, this should be a game that looks way better than it does on paper. Here we go with San Diego State and Nevada. This is going to be a huge game in the Mountain West this weekend. I think San Diego State goes in there and they take care of their business. And it is what it is. They're going to handle it. They should be able to handle the load very well. And then I know it ain't got no name on it, but that's Boise State in Hawaii. I think that this game is going to go under 57.5, and Boise State should be on top of their game in that one. So make sure you guys mark down Boise State and Hawaii here in the late game, and let's see how it goes, and we keep moving, and we move on to the other West Coast Conference, the big West Coast Conference, the Pac-12. Pretty much my home conference as well, too. So, a lot of great memories at the Rose Bowl watching UCLA in my childhood. So, pretty much UCLA, let's do it again because you guys are much better than you look on paper. They got a lot of talent out there. This is a good game for the boy, for Coach Chip Kelly to get things to kind of maybe be able to save his job, because if he's able to beat his old school this season, who's pretty much looked at as the top team in the conference, then this should be a huge uplift, huge accomplishment for him, and it will probably help him keep his job for another season. But I think he's safe, though, to be dead honest with you. UCLA getting tired of getting coaches and things like that. And, Chip Kelly just hasn't found the right chemistry yet, but eventually they will. Then we have Oregon State. Oregon State has a really good game. And a lot of people probably will sleep on Oregon State in the spot, but I like them a lot more than Cal. Cal looked terrible against UCLA, and I know it was a Sunday game. They weren't very prepared for it, but they didn't look good. And they're coming to Oregon State this week. I think Oregon State actually goes ahead, and they can win this game as well, too. But I would add the juice as well, but it is what it is, man. I think Oregon State's good enough to win it. So you guys can take some plus money on this bad boy as well, too. So we move on. We got Zona. And Zona, Arizona, man, is a tricky team. A lot of people think that they're not that good, but I think that they can be able to cover against Washington. Washington didn't impress me too much coming into this year. So I think Zona goes up there and they're actually going to make them work for a win, or they could possibly walk up out of there with the upset. But I'm taking Zona with the plus 11.5. Let's see how it shakes out. Then we got the Utah money line. Utah is in a game where I know a lot of people there. The only reason why they are the dog here is because they haven't played in a few weeks. But honestly, USC hasn't won in Utah in a long time. I don't think they've ever won in Utah since Utah joined the Pac-12 as well too. So pretty much, I'm marking it down big on Utah to go ahead and get the perennial upset against USC. And then we have Stanford and Washington State, the nightcap game. And I think that Stanford's going to be good enough in this spot. They're going to put things together, find themselves on the right end of things, and I think they can win this game by 4 or better, or even 10 or better. But I do love Stanford on Saturday. Let's see how it shakes out. Pac-12 bets list. We move forward. All right, SEC. The SEC has a full schedule. They only have one team off, or 2 teams off, and that's because issues with COVID and things like that. You got Vanderbilt going against Florida this week. I think that Vanderbilt is going to be really keen to try to have some effort in the spot. I think that they can go ahead and cover. They've been covering the last few weeks when nobody expected it. And so pretty much I feel like we can do that again tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and take them with the plus 31.5, and we're going to see how it shakes out for Vanderbilt. And then we have LSU. LSU's going against Arkansas, and it's understandable why LSU's a 1.5. They're just not the same team from last year that won a national championship. They aren't the dominant monsters that they were. I think, though, Arkansas is still leagues below them, and I think that LSU should win this game. Even though it's a 1.5 point spread, I think they can blow them away, to be honest with you, because this is kind of insulting. But we'll see. But there's always could be something fishy about this as well too. So you never know. But I really do like LSU in the spot. I think that they take care of their business. And then we have Kentucky and Alabama. We all know Bama's probably going to roll in this one. But let's go ahead and bet the over here because Alabama's been dropping 60 on their own. So pretty much let's go ahead and see how this one goes. Over 58, Kentucky, Bama. Then you have Tennessee, this is a good game for Tennessee right here. This is a good bounce back moment for Tennessee because who they're playing against is a team that they can possibly beat as well too. So pretty much I'm going to go ahead and take Tennessee to cover in this spot, and we move forward from there. Then we have South Carolina, and I love South Carolina in this spot because I think that they're going to just, pretty much surprised all of us. And they got a brand new coach now, and, things are different. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get it, South Carolina, plus 180. Then we got Georgia. I think Georgia's just going to steamroll in this one. And Mississippi State is just so out of it with Leach losing a lot of the players as well, too. So, man, I don't know what it's going to be for this team, but we are going to see how it goes. But I do love Georgia with the 24.5. Let's see how it shakes out. SEC bets list, and be ready for a great Saturday afternoon and a great Saturday evening as well in college football. Thank you for tuning into the Primetime Angles, the premier sports betting show, hosted by the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. This is a Prime Wave Media production, and go ahead and press that subscribe button.